I was going to say, are they related?
Yes. Yes. And I don't know. I don't know the science behind that, but the lightning hit so hard that there were like car alarms going off down the street where I actually had to walk outside because I was like, is that my car? Like, is that my minivan? Like, so, and sometimes you can feel it when it hits because it like literally, like you can feel it through the car tires, like it rumbles. So it's pretty intense. So
I don't know about that.
yeah, it's actually kind of cool.
2 weeks ago, we were taking a boat from Cleveland to Sandusky back through after a race, and we were just threading the needle between every single storm. And we, with some of the kids on the crew, and the one kid goes, well, that lighthouse over there is taller than our mast. So should we go sail towards that till the lightning passes through?
Smart kid.
I'm like, hey, problem solver.
Right.
Over there.
Is that scary for you to have kids like that out on open water in a storm?
Exactly.
Not your kids?
Well,
not your kids. Yeah.
I mean, if they're your kids, you're like, well, I guess we're all going down together.
Harm's way, right?
The perspective of we've done everything we can to make sure they're safe. We have all the boxes checked. The fact that they're on the bow touching metal, making TikToks and updating their Instagram stories tells me that this was just fine. This was not going to be a problem.
Right. What's up with the TikTok? Like, it's a funny joke in our house right now. Like, if I sleep in a little bit, my husband will come in and be like, oh, can you just like get off the TikTok? I know you're on the TikTok. I'm like, I am not on the TikTok.
It's a wormhole.
It is a wormhole.
It is. We have a lot of social media, and the TikTok.
We're so cool when we say it that way.
They really wanted to get a More Kids on Sailboats TikTok page until they actually had to record a video, and now they do nothing. They're like,
they overthink it, and no, it's the wrong sound. No, it's the wrong. You don't know the moves. I'm like,
right.
It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
I have to tell you, I do reels every Wednesday for the podcast, and it's like a lot of work. I've got my youngest in, he's the director, he's doing the lighting, he's holding the camera, and then like learning how to figure out how to actually do it. It's not just posting a picture. I mean, it's a lot goes into it. I still haven't even learned the TikTok. Like, I don't even know how. I just post. I take what I posted on Instagram and I just sort of like, what is that called? Like, I refurbish it. I'm reusing it.
Yeah.
I'm reposting it on TikTok. But anyways, I think it's so cool. I wanted you guys to come on because I thought like More Kids on Boats, like this is cool. And it's even cooler that you guys did it in like the middle of COVID. Because when I was talking to you on the phone, you're like, well,
by accident.
It was.
Yeah. I want tell us about that, because like I think the best things happen on accident, right? Like,
yeah.
Right?
I mean, it follows that kind of whole social media platform. We just started hashtagging things, More Kids on Sailboats, so that we would have a
catalog.
Yeah, of our own kids, like our own kids' pictures and other newbies that we brought out on boats, our kids' friends and whatever else. And US Sailing, which is like the National Sailing Organization, called us and they said, could your organization come speak at our yearly annual meeting, annual leadership forum?
Biannual leadership forum
in San Diego. And we're like,
you're like, let me contact the president of our association and get back to you.
Like, our organization, meaning like my way to scrapbook.
Right.
So we're like, sure. We jumped on it. We went out. And then we found out we had to speak for a full hour, and we told our kids that they had to be a part of this too. So, there we are, like, yeah, but we're writing and rewriting and writing and rewriting and like drinking rum and stressing about it in the hotel room. What are we going to do? And it was great. I mean, we had
we pulled the kids out of school and we told the teachers, well, we suggested, you being a teacher, it helped.
Yeah.
They go, listen, they're about to do a very life-driven skill. They've helped with the curriculum. They've helped with the sourcing of the imagery. They're going to speak in front of some of the, national sailing leaders of America. You cool if we skip homework? They're like, yes. They do not have to do homework.
Just that's so cool.
Yeah.
So
how old are your kids?
11 and 13 as of yesterday. Two girls.
Yeah. I have to think about that too. When someone says like, how old are your kids? I'm like, I always make them older. I'm like, I don't know. How old am I?
I'm like 4 and 5. Oh, wait.
Yeah. And I don't know.
Right.
It's the whole teenage years thing that just crept up on us.
Yeah. So
did you
throw in
sorry,
there
go ahead.
homework for this too.
I honestly
is-
have to say it's like a life experience though,
It
you know?
was.
Yeah. I mean, like that's like better than homework, really. Go ahead, Nat.
It
Sorry.
was.
Oh, I was just going to ask, have they been sailing their whole lives?
Yes.
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 We
She
used
birthed
to
them on the
have-
boat.
Yeah, yeah.
I may
I
as
wish.
well have.
Tried. Whoops. We had a pack and play tethered to the top of the keel boat. So if the boat heeled over, the pack and play wouldn't flip.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
we put clean bumpers in there for them to play with.
Right. That's
And
awesome.
they just sort of hung out there. And even when Hadley, our oldest, was a little bit older, when it was time to dock or time to do something that, you know, they couldn't be on deck for, she'd scoop up Charlotte, they'd throw each other in the pack and play, and they'd bounce around on the bumpers.
Aw.
So they were clear. She'd get out, she'd get on the side, pick her back up, and
Yeah.
off they went.
That's cool.
And
So-
are you guys in Michigan?
We're
We-
born and raised in
yeah.
Michigan.
But we're in central Ohio now, which is not the sailing mecca.
Oh yeah. So you have to hike to get to the Great
But
Lakes.
we go to Lake Erie every weekend pretty much. I don't know, April through October, through the end of October, and get our sailing fixed that way. Or we travel to Lake Huron and up into Michigan to do a lot of sailing as well.
But a lot of the conversations we've been in for the last year and a half with the nonprofit in an international or a national level, people pause and say, wait, you're in the middle of Ohio? Like, how does
Right.
that work?
Right.
And then when we talk to people in the middle of Ohio, they go, you're doing what with the
Right.
ocean and the Great Lakes? Like, it's funny, the conversations we get from both ends of the spectrum.
So you guys went to this big, obviously speaking engagement that you guys were like not prepared for, and you were kind of like, okay, we're doing this. This is like a real deal thing.
Yeah.
And it was, so what
And then-
happened?
Well, so it was funny because we, I guess, also went under the assumption that everybody sort of knows what a hashtag is and what a hashtag does. But then like partway through our presentation, we had to pause and realize like, nope, the audience doesn't necessarily know. And we had to like way back up. And I sometimes wonder if the like person who pursued or pushed us into starting the nonprofit even fully understood like
Right.
hashtag versus a movement versus whatever. But
Yeah.
anyway, it's all ends well. So after our presentation, toward the end of the leadership forum, they invited Brett and I to come in to like the leaders of the US sailing, invited us to come down to their hotel room for a drink. And it was like a spectacular view and, you know, overlooking and all these choices for us to drink. And they're like,
Pain and,
yeah. We just really think that you should, what did they say? We really think
start to own
that's what it was.
start to own your own assets.
Okay.
And we're like, huh?
Huh?
Like I'm a teacher.
Right.
I don't know. You know, I'm like, we don't have assets. Like,
I'm in marketing and branding, and apparently I was standing way too close to the trees.
Right.
so they're like, yeah, you need to, you know, buy the website, own the intellectual property, and start, you know, if you're willing to start a nonprofit. And so we were like, huh. So we fly back to Ohio. We're thinking about it. We're talking about it the whole time. We come back. We put More Kids on Sailboats in.
Yeah.
And we had already bought it, the website.
Oh,
Yeah.
What?
Thankfully.